Hey guys, so today's video is going to be about maybe one of the less nicer things about the FPV industry. But before we dive right into the topic, let's take a little step back for those who are maybe new to the channel and what I'm doing here. Now, for those who don't know, well, basically what I do is design FPV drone frames, also make an overall concept of what kind of quad I want to create, select the components, the overall system specification, more or less, and then put this up on Thingiverse for everybody to use them for just downloading the files and getting a frame cut, for example, from CNC Madness. And also, since the files are available, remix them, play around with them, come up with new designs and accessories, for example. Now, of course, I'm doing this because it's just great to have such a community developing around the product. And the best example for this is, I would say, the MicroLongRange Builders Facebook group. Now, it's a group of over 1,000 people discussing their builds, sharing new accessories, remixes, and so on. And I think this is really cool. And this is absolutely worth, the few troubles that come with putting your files online and basically enabling anybody who wants to pick them up and do whatever they want with them. Now, doing whatever they want with them often means, basically just using the files commercially, selling frames, although it is technically not legal. It is under the GNU license. You're not allowed to use these files commercially unless basically allowing people to, but obviously, since it's so easy to do, you just need to download it. Many people are going to do it, and there isn't much I can do about it. So, now the worst thing I think is if they completely botch the design. So you may have seen on Banggood there was the URUAV, and this company is actually notorious for picking up my designs. There was the URUAV version of the MicroLongRange, which just looks completely horrible. I don't know why they slapped a battery pad on there. It doesn't fit, but that just shows that they don't care at all about the product and how it looks. But never mind. Now, there's a few other ones that look better. For example, there's the Range 3 and the Range 4, which are just one-to-one the MicroLongRange. Also not not technically legal. They didn't ask for permission to do that, but I mean, at least these look a bit better. Alright, now, so these products are basically out on the market, and the question here is, what am I going to do about it? Or the better question maybe is, whether I'm going to do anything about it. And honestly, most of the time I don't, because I don't think it does any good. I mean, first of all, it takes a lot of time to track down these companies, to get in touch with them, and so on and so on. Not even talking about, any legal process I would have to go through. It's a massive waste of time. I'm more or less losing money by doing it. So what's the benefit here? And from a customer point of view, I mean, yes, it does mean one less option, which also maybe isn't such a great thing. But I'm not 100% sure about this, because these options usually are not very good options. So that's why I'm going to review two of the, in my opinion, more decent looking options I found, the Range 4 and the Range 3, and see if they are of somewhat decent quality. But often these just quick rip-off products aren't very good. So let's see if this one is better. I mean, at least I hope so, because it doesn't look too bad. And if it's somewhat decent, I'm just gonna take this opportunity to put an affiliate link down in the video description, so at least I can get a certain percentage of the sales this way and reinvest this into new parts I can use for my testing. So why not? I mean, if it's not a bad product and I can convince you to use this affiliate link, you know what? I might even recommend you buy it. With one exception, I mean, if you're not on a super tight budget and you have a way to maybe, use a better option, so get it from Flywoo, the frame, which, I know is often out of stock, or get it shipped from CNC Madness, I think you should really do that. But maybe, I mean, if this product isn't completely bad, I'm honestly quite open to recommending this maybe as a sort of plan B or for spare parts or so whatever. But enough of the talking, let's just take a closer look at these frames, because I actually have two of them here, and see if they are somewhat decent. Alright, so here we go. Here's a Flywheel Explorer. This is the original MicroLongRange, and these are the range 4 and range 3, so obviously a 4-inch and 3-inch version, beautifully packed. You can see they put a lot of love into the product. No, obviously they didn't, they just threw it into a plastic bag, but let's unbox this and see what's actually inside. Alright, let's maybe start with the 4-inch. Go. So, what's in the box? We have the carbon fiber parts. We have some 3D printed parts. Those seem to be complete. Comes with cam mounts, GPS mount, battery pad. And this is obviously the hardware. So maybe let's take a look at the quality of this carbon fiber. So from what I can tell, at least it's complete. There's everything you need inside of here. So, oh, they even included, I guess that's a 16 by 60 to 20 by 20 adapter. Let me quickly see. Yeah, seems to. Does it have 20 by 20 mounts, or are those 16 by 16 mounts? Does seem to be, no, these are 16 by 16. So it's the actual original file, no remix, but they give you this sort of adapter plate, which you could in principle use to mount a 20 by 20, although you're not going to have enough space for a 20 by 20 because they didn't move the standoff, so it's basically useless. Okay, but let's look at the carbon fiber quality. So, I mean, I'd say, let me quickly take a look. It does look okay. Not the worst I've seen. Also not very, yeah. I mean, it looks more or less decent. Doesn't look too bad. But if you look at a Flywheel Explorer, for example, you're going to see this is just a way nicer manufacturing quality. So you have these nice chamfered arms, same on the CNC Madness version, that's even got countersunk screws. I mean, a Flywheel Explorer frame honestly isn't super expensive in comparison. The difference isn't huge in price, and you're going to get a way nicer frame, honestly. So this cheapo version here, for its price of honestly I forgot how much it costs, like $15 US dollars, something along the lines. I mean, for the price it's okay, but I'd say it's nothing special. Pretty basic carbon fiber, but at least, you know, it's not, doesn't seem to be totally unusable or stuff missing. So I'll just quickly assemble those frames and then we can take a closer look at both of them. Okay, so here we go. These are somewhat assembled. I mean, I didn't even bother to fully assemble those because, I mean, again, there is a problem. Now, the hardware is sort of wrong. They included 4 25mm standoffs and 4 20mm standoffs instead of 6 20mm and 2 25mm. So your rear standoffs here, or 2 of the standoffs, are going to be too long and you won't be able to fully assemble this frame. The rest looks okay, but again, how can you manage to mess this up? Honestly, there's literally a list of the required hardware on Thingiverse. How can you get this wrong? It's so easy. I mean, that's the main problem I have here. These companies really do not care at all about the quality of these products. I mean, they don't even, I don't know if they even test assembled this, because it's just so obvious that the standoffs are wrong. And again, there's really a list on Thingiverse. How is this possible? So honestly, this is frustrating, and I mean, at least I hope people don't associate these really low quality, low reliability products with me. I mean, again, nevertheless, if you don't have any other source for these carbon parts, I linked this in the description below. Don't forget to get some 20mm M2 standoffs. on top of that, because they're going to to not be included. But honestly, if it's available, just get a Flywheel Explorer. If you can get stuff shipped to you by CNC Madness, get a CNC Madness version if you prefer the original MicroLongRange. But this is just a bit frustrating that really, you know, they shipped this with missing hardware. All right, guys. Well, on that note, I hope you still found this interesting. And of course, don't forget to support the channel and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.